All right, let's get more now from the family spokesperson, Maibuye Sokupa. Maibuye, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. What can you tell us?
Good afternoon and good afternoon to the audience. Well, the Minister from Ambassador passed away this morning after a short illness.
All right. Any details at this stage in terms of when the funeral will be? We understand it's still early stages. And what else do you want to tell South Africans? Of course, we understand he's served in the various portfolios under, of course, the former President Nelson Mandela as well.
Well, the minister was always upbeat and a character like her he's always been. Loved the country, very patriotic, and currently at this stage we are still waiting to convene as the family and decide on how we're going to prepare for his send-off. Once we have details, we've held a meeting later on today, we will release maybe a press statement or even go to the social pages.
Maibuye, maybe just take us through his life and memories that you as a family will also remember him by, and also how we as South Africans should also commemorate him. And he also passes away at the back of another former Labour Minister who's also being laid to rest tomorrow, Tito Mboweni.
Well, patriotic, very happy person. Always spoke against harming oneself. And he's always viewed that. I could recall the stories like people taking alcohol, how often he would say when you start doing that, we start harming ourselves. And then we go on to the members of a society, we build and reinforce a society broken. We go from there to offices, we occupy offices where we do not deliver what people want and what people expect. He's always been very strict, well, I would say firm. That's how he's often seen himself. But a jolly person, retired and very optimistic, caring and loving, full of laughter. That is the uncle I choose to remember, and surely many of us as family members are going to remember.
And Maibuye, talk to us about his life after, of course, he left the official offices of government. Was he still active in society? Maybe talk us through his last moments as well as last final years of his life. How were they like?
The last final years, he dedicated himself back to assisting with teaching programs that looked up, that actually assisted children who were struggling, who needed extra lessons. We all know very well, before he occupied offices as a minister, he was the first president of SABC, in fact. So teaching always remained very important to him, especially grassroots teaching. And he was active in his church, he was active in the community where he retired, and often would spend time advising on security strategies to the community policing forums. And a lot of his time basically was enjoyed traveling to family gatherings. He would often have his tent attached to his vehicle, and he would decide, driving from Cape Town to the Eastern Cape, he will find a place where he would camp overnight, and he would phone and do video calls and inform people that he was actually having a braai or having a bushfire. The last few days when we started seeing that his health was really going down or being affected, he was at home and always welcomed cousins and relatives. He often wanted to see all his nephews and nieces. And he retired as just a happy old family man. That's what I can recall. The last 3 weeks I've been at his residence visiting him on and off. He has been that type of an uncle to us.
And of course, Maibuye, we will of course be expecting those arrangements pertaining to the memorial service as well as his funeral during the course of the upcoming days. But thank you so much just for taking time. I know it was last minute just to talk to us and basically remind us of course the late great that was Membathisi Mdladlana. Maibuye, thank you so much for according us your time this afternoon.